Guys, thanks so much for stopping by. I really do appreciate it. Keep those questions and suggestions coming. I get to them as soon as I possibly can. Now here's one of the requests that I got recently. Could you make a video about the low and high cut filters on the Fender ToneMaster Pro? What do they do? Is there an optimal setting? What am I looking for tonally, etc.? Those are all very good questions. So let's take a look at the low cut and the high cut filter on the ToneMaster Pro. You'll find the low cut and high cut filters in the cab block. Some folks never ever touch those settings. Yeah, like me. Other folks use precise settings depending on the cab being used. First off, what are the low cut and high cut filters? Well, the low cut filter allows high frequency signals to pass through while cutting low frequency signals. The high cut filter allows low frequency signals to pass through while cutting high frequency signals. For example, if the low cut filter is set to 80 Hz, then nothing below 80 Hz will pass through. If the high cut filter is set to 20 kHz, then nothing above 20 kHz will get through. The human ear is capable of hearing a range from 20 Hz to 20 kHz. So why do we need these filters? Well, let's look at your average 12-inch guitar speaker frequency range. According to an article from Sound on Sound, the frequency range normally suited to electric guitars and amplifiers is generally regarded as around 70 Hz to 6 kHz. And according to Neural DSP, electric guitars also produce harmonics and overtones which can reach up to 15 kHz. Nonetheless, a guitar's frequency range typically spans from about 82 Hz up to around 5 kHz. One of the questions was, is there an optimal setting? Well, optimal for the bedroom, the studio, or the stage? Solo player, or in a group? There is no one optimal setting. If you look at the various cabs in the ToneMaster Pro, the low cut filter varies from 65 Hz to 115 Hz, with the exception of the 1x12 Mega EV. It has a setting of 20 Hz, which really, that doesn't make any sense because it's not a bass cab. And the high cut filter is 20 kHz on just about all of them. It's the same thing with Fractal and Helix, if I remember correctly. And here's where things could start getting deep if you let yourself go down that rabbit hole. For example, the lowest E on the guitar is right around 82 Hz, and typically goes as high as the thin E string on the 24th fret, which is an E note, with a frequency of 2,637 Hz. So why would you possibly need access to 20 kHz? Remember, Neural DSP says that the electric guitars also produce harmonics and overtones which can reach up to 15 kHz. And some of the effects you use might have harmonics that go way up high there too. Now in a band setting, a sound engineer might roll off everything below 200 Hz on the guitar signal. Why? Well, so that you aren't clashing with the bass guitar and drums. I remember an article about mixing an album with Quincy Jones. If you soloed any one instrument by itself, you'd say that it sounded horrible. But put it back in the mix and suddenly it sits just right. Quincy Jones is a master at knowing what frequency range works for each instrument in the mix. And also, let's not forget how you'll be listening. Headphones, FR, monitors, guitar amp and cab. All this stuff has an effect on the final result. So I don't want to sound like I'm taking the easy way out, but the optimal setting is whatever sounds right to you. I play through studio monitors and FRs, and I haven't found the need to roll anything off. I haven't tried the ToneMaster Pro in a live band setting, so that could require some cuts. However, you could maybe use the low cut filter to cut the lows at around 100 to 200 Hz so that maybe you aren't clashing with the bass guitar and drums. And then maybe you could try cutting the highs down to around 7 to 12 kHz. But why would you want to use the high cut filter? Well, if your guitar sounds too shrill in the mix, making some cuts might make it fit better. And you might get closer to that amp in the room sound by using the high cut filter. But remember, this is not the same as using the global EQ. You aren't boosting any frequencies, you're cutting frequencies at the very low end and the very high end of the frequency range. Let's try some tests. First off, I'll do a riff with no cuts, then I'll do the same riff after adjusting the low cut and high cut filters. Let's see if we can hear any differences. So for the first part of this test, I'm using single coil Telecaster. I'm using the deluxe reverb with the volume on 4, treble 6, and bass just about on 6. First, let's take a look at the low cut filter. Right now it's on 80. Let's adjust it up to 200 and then bring it down from there. Now let's take a look at the high cut filter. Down to 11 kilohertz. Down to 4.9 kilohertz. Down to 1.6 kilohertz, and now you can really hear a difference. Back up to 4.3 kilohertz. 7.4 kilohertz. 12.3 kilohertz, going all the way up to 19.3 kilohertz. Really doesn't seem to make much of a difference though. And back to 20 kilohertz. Now if you'll notice, there wasn't a lot of change in the high end from 6.5 on. Pretty much sounds the same. Now I've switched over to the Brit 800, and these are the settings I'm using. Gain at noon, master at 2, treble not quite at 1 o'clock, middle at 1 o'clock, bass at 1 o'clock, presence around 11:30 or so. And that sounds like this. Now the low cut filter is set to 59 Hertz on this. Let's try raising it and see what happens. So when you put it at 200 Hertz and play it by itself, that sounds a little thin, and it might sound perfect in a band mix. But when you're by yourself, 59 Hertz sounds much better. Now the high cut filter on this speaker, the 4x12 British Blackback, is already set at 9.9 kilohertz. Let's see if it changes at all, moving it up to 20. Yeah, I do hear a difference. Okay, let's drop it down to 6.3 kilohertz. 4.2 kilohertz, 3.5 kilohertz. You can definitely hear it there. Let's bring it back up to 9.9. And that's a little demo of what the low cut filter and the high cut filter can do. So that's all I've got on the low cut filter and the high cut filter, guys. The low cut filter can clean out some of the mud, and the high cut filter can cut some of the shrillness. That's basically it in a nutshell. All right, now this Friday I'll have all new content. You don't want to miss that. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button and ring that notification bell. All right, guys, have a great week, and I'll be talking with you again on Friday.